What's going on, everybody? I just want to make a video of my in-game gameplay for my Neverwinter Nights Diablo Hellfire module. Now, I had made a previous video, but the mic volume was way too low compared to all the music and sound effects, so I'm making another one real quick. Anyway, in one of the other videos I explained how I was getting NPCs to sit in the chair. I use scripting to make it so that when the player enters the area, the NPCs will sit in the respectable chairs that they're designated to do so. And after done, clicking on them, speaking with them, they'll get up. But 5 seconds after you're done talking to them, they'll sit back down again. So, anyway, I also talked about how I use actual in-game WAV files from the original Diablo game to support the voiceovers for the actual text and quests when you speak to the NPCs. So it's pretty much every single NPC in the game I've done this for, as well as the original music. So, yeah, let's talk to Farnham the Drunk.
Kind of fellow drinking peace?
And sometimes it glitches out, so I'll have to double click on it. It looks like it's actually standing.
If I was you, and I ain't, but if I was, I'd sell all that stuff you got and get out of here. That boy out there, he's always got something good, but you gotta give him some gold, or he won't even show you what it's got. Word is a kid with more problems than even me. I know all about problems. Listen here, that kid's got a sweet deal. He's been there, though. Lost a leg. I walk around on a piece of wood. So sad. So sad. They stab, then bite, then they're all around you. Liar! Liar! They're all dead. Dead! You hear me? They just keep falling and falling. The blood's spilling out all over the floor. All his fault. Cain isn't what he says he is. Sure. He talks a good story. Some of them are real scary or funny. But I think he knows more than he knows he knows. The gal who brings the drinks? Oh, yeah. What a pretty lady. So nice, too. Griswold? Good old Griswold. I love him like a brother. We fought together, back when we... Lazarus! I like Pepper. He really tries, Listen here, you should make sure you get to know him. A good fellow like that with people always wanting help. Hey, I guess I'd be kind of like you, hero. I was a good one. Ogden is the best man in town. I don't think his wife likes him too much, but as long as she keeps tapping cakes, I'll like her just fine. Seems like I've been spending more time with Ogden than most, but he's so good to me.
Did a little bit of spelling error here, I just realized, but once this module is fully released, I will have fixed all of that, so no worries.
Why don't that old crone do something for a change? Sure, she's got stuff. If you listen to me, she's unnatural. I ain't never seen her eat or drink, and you can't trust somebody who doesn't drink at least a little. Sounds like a good idea to me. You better get started right away.
Well, you'll see in a few seconds he'll sit back down. There we go. It's getting darker, so I have night and day cycles in this.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. While you are venturing deeper into the labyrinth, you may find tomes, some great knowledge hidden there. Read them carefully, for they can tell you things that even I cannot. I know of many myths and legends that may contain answers to questions that may arise in your journeys into the labyrinth. If you come across challenges and questions to which you seek knowledge, seek me out, and I will tell you what I can.
Well, what can I do for you?
Now, once I click on this, it's just going to close the conversation, but once I add the stores for the items and weapons, it will open up the store, so don't worry about that.
What ails you, my friend?
Same thing with Pepin. Now I've also made it so that there's a script where the NPCs will turn to face where they were originally facing once you're done talking to them, but you have to leave their eyesight and then come back into their eyesight because it's on an on-perception category of the scripts underneath the NPC. You might see him turn in a there you go. Yep. Same thing with Griswold. He turned back to where he was. So I'll be doing that to every single NPC. I don't have it on all of them yet, but all good.
Greetings, good master. Welcome to the Tavern of the Rising Sun. Thank goodness you returned. Much has changed since you lived here, my friend. All was peaceful until the Dark Riders came and destroyed our village. Many were cut down where they stood, and those who took up arms were slain or dragged away to become slaves, or worse. The church at the edge of town has been desecrated and is being used for dark rituals. The screams that echo in the night are inhuman, but some of our townsfolk may yet survive. Follow the path that lies between my tavern and the blacksmith's shop to find the church and save who you can. Perhaps I can tell you more if we speak again. Good luck.
Let's go talk to Jillian.
Good day. How may I serve you? My grandmother often tells me stories about the strange forces that inhabit the graveyard outside of the church, and it may well interest you to hear one of them. She said that if you were to leave the proper offering in the cemetery, enter the cathedral to pray for the dead, and then return, the offering would be altered in some strange way. I don't know if this is just the talk of an old sick woman, but anything seems possible these days. I know that my grandmother's story seems strange, but the graveyard does have many mysteries surrounding it. It couldn't hurt you to put something there and see what happens, could it? Maybe you will find out something that will help us all.
Now I've even made it so that certain parts of conversations, the NPCs will do different animations, like her bowing and her looking off into the distance. It just kind of adds to the immersiveness of the NPCs. Now this pentagram over here is actually a place of where the entrance to hell would be in the original game. I couldn't really find anything that would make a good look of the cracked ground in the spot of where this is, but I decided just to put a pentagram instead, sort of like a teleport or a portal. You can actually hear horrible sounds coming from it. I put that there. But I will also make it so that you have to be a certain level to enter it. So if you're not that level yet, you will not be able to use it to get to hell quickly. In the original game, it was the same way. If you weren't strong enough, you know, You may actually get in there and it opens it up. I'm not really sure. It's been a while. But I think you had to be a certain level online. So if you played with other people and it showed up and you were like level 5, you couldn't go into it until you were a certain level to actually use it. I also have the cave entrance over here. Couldn't find an actual cave entrance like it is in the game, but this works just as well. Pretty much goes off into the mountain here, so I think it looks better personally. There's Wirt, the peg-legged boy, and he is sitting on the chair. It's like the other NPC was, which will happen because the script I put on enter event under the module properties will make all the NPCs do certain things once you enter.
Over here. Don't trust everything the drunk says. Too many ales have fogged his vision and his good sense. Barnum, now there is a man with serious problems, and I know all about how serious problems can be. He trusted too much in the integrity of one man, and Lazarus led him into the very jaws of death. Oh, I know what it's like down there, so don't even start telling me about your plans to destroy the evil that dwells in that labyrinth. Just watch your legs.
It's messed up. See, I put unique replies to screwed up things like that. Notice how my character didn't ask him, hey, what happened to your leg right off the bat? Well, it doesn't have to now.
I owe the blacksmith my life. What there is of it. Sure, Griswold offered me an apprenticeship at the smithy. He's a nice enough guy, but I'll never get enough money to... Well, let's just say that I have definite plans that require a large amount of gold.
Wonder what that could be.
In case you haven't noticed, I don't buy anything from Tristram. I am an importer of quality goods. If you want to peddle junk, you'll have to see Griswold, Pepper, or that witch Adria. I'm sure they'll snap up whatever you can bring in. Not everyone in Tristram has a use or a market for everything you'll find in the labyrinth. Not even me, as hard as that is to believe. Sometimes only you will be able to find a purpose for some things.
Now, I do want to show you he does have a peg leg. It's kind of hard to see right now because of the grass. But it is a piece of wood. So, he really is peg-legged. I'll show you the monastery. This is the closest thing I could find to actually represent a monastery. They have a body over here. Later on I'm going to make it clickable, and the guy will talk to you like he does in the game, telling you about the butcher. And once you avenge him, he'll disappear, just like the game. Now, I haven't put the gravestones in the graveyard yet, but I will. The walls around the monastery, as well as in the back, are exactly like they are in the game, which is pretty cool. That's why I picked this tile set. Had a lot of parts of it that were very distinctive to what I'm trying to accomplish visually. This will be the catacomb entrance. I'm going to find a way to actually make it look like you could either enter it, or there'll be a portal of some sort that opens up in front of it. So once you've gotten into the catacombs, you could easily get in there quicker, or if you play online, again, if you do not have a high enough level, you won't be able to get in there until you reach that level. Either way, whatever comes first. We got Lester the farmer over here, who will only give you the quest when you meet a certain level requirement. So, as you can see, he will not give it to you right now when you talk to him.
I need something done, but I couldn't impose on a perfect stranger. Perhaps after you've been here a while, I might feel more comfortable asking the favor.
So normally what would happen, let's say I was level 15 or level 20. This is a game where you can go up maximum of 40 levels. So let's say about a third or halfway there, he'll give you the quest, which means you'll then have to do what he does in the game, give you the room bomb, go blow up the little hole or the entrance over here, to the hive. Also, there's a quest called the Complete Nut Quest, which is actually Lester in a cow suit. That was a different quest that was hidden from the actual game until you added a command text file into the directory of Hellfire, where it was installed on your computer in Diablo. What it would do is replace Lester altogether, and he'd just be dressed in a cow suit, and he'd still give you a rune bomb, but he would be asking you to get him a different suit to wear. Now, you'd run into a donkey suit and a moose suit. If you gave him the donkey suit, he'd tell you to go back in there and find the other one. Then you'd find the moose suit. Once you gave that to him, he'd dress up into it. So I'm going to also do that. After you gave him the moose suit, he'd give you a bovine plate, which is a very powerful set of armor. So here's Adria the Witch. I even put her next to a tree just like the game, and here's her cauldron and her shack.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
I will be giving her a unique store as well for certain items that you won't be able to find anywhere else. But right now, since I don't have them set up, it will just close the conversation. Here's Lester's orchard, but also you can hear the water. I put actual sound files all across the stream, so it sounds like it's an actual stream. Many other places as well. I will make a video of the actual tool set and how I pulled off some of the things that I did. But anyway, here's his orchard he was talking about. Well, he doesn't tell you right now, but once you get deeper into his quest, he'll tell you the problem, and it's south of his orchard. And this is south of it. Here's that little thing in the ground. Here, bugs. I put that sound file there too, so a little close for comfort where your guy starts off, but hey, he doesn't know what's going on. How is he supposed to know there's bugs over there? Let's farm him again. But yeah, so that is my attempt at a Diablo Hellfire module. I think it's, you know, not to be cocky or anything, but I think it's one of the best visual appealing modules for the game itself, to pretty much match almost T for T. Well, yeah, match to a T the module to the game. Now here's the town portal where it would be. You have to bind yourself to it though before you can actually start using it. So the first thing you'd want to do is when you enter the server, or if you're playing single player, you want to run over here and bind yourself to it. It starts a conversation file right here. It will say, you know, teleport me back if you've already bound yourself. So if you're walking through it, you click that and it'll bring you back to wherever you started to use the town portal. This will bind you to the location, so now whenever you use town portal scrolls, it will bring you right here. I'm also trying to figure out a way to get identify scrolls. If not, give you the ability to identify your own items for a price, or you could just come up here to Kane and pay him a price. So obviously if you do it yourself, it's going to be a little more than you would if you asked him, if I can't do the identify scrolls. But it would be about, you know, a little bit over Kane's price if you do it that way. So if you decide to do it down the labyrinth and say, hey, I want to identify this, and you don't have a high enough appraise skill, you'll still be able to do it for a price. If you do have a high enough appraise skill, you will not need to have anyone else identify it. So, yeah. If you push H on your computer while playing this, you can make it more immersive without the HUD. And you can still speak to people.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. While you are... I know...
There you go. I'm thinking about adding a skybox so you can see the stars and moon and stuff, but I haven't figured it out yet. It looks kind of creepy as is. I'm also going to extend the time for night and day cycles, so whenever you may join this randomly using direct connect to the IP address, it may be night or day. Also, the weather is random. There's a certain chance for rain. Thinking about adding thunder too, but Nah, I'm not sure yet. Probably makes sense to kind of add a chance of that. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, and if you're interested in playing on this server once it's up, just hit up my Facebook page, Diablo, Hellfire, Neverwinter Nights module. It should pop right up when you put it in. And hit me up through that, post on my wall, or comment on this video on YouTube if you happen to find it through that page, or if I send it to you directly. Either way, once I have the server up, I will start spreading the IP address. Whether I have to rent one online or actually create one myself, I may just do the online deal. It's easier that way for me. And if you'd like to donate even, just to keep the server going, that'd be great. I'll give you a possibility to do that. Even if it's like, 10 cents, 5 cents, $1, whatever, every so often here and there, it helps keep the server going. But either way, hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to everybody jumping on the bandwagon, and maybe we can revive an old game through another old game and really see where this can take us. If this actually gets enough notoriety and people like it, I may actually start working on a Diablo 2 module, Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction module, and I may need help on that because I'm not really that familiar with Diablo 2 like I am with this game, but I'm sure people will start seeing what I'm trying to accomplish and be able to convert those monsters and items and stuff from that game into the Neverwinter Nights Dungeons & Dragons 3rd edition game here. Also, another way that I'll do it is they do have Diablo 2 role-playing game books for Dungeons & Dragons tabletop, which I could actually possibly use that to help me better create the monsters so they're more in tune with how powerful they should be depending on the difficulty, how many people are part of the party. For single player, I am going to give the option of you hiring henchmen, so you'll be able to hire the warrior, sorcerer, a rogue, and a monk, which are going to be the actual classes. You can be any class you want, but those will be the classes that will help you out in the single player game. For the player world, online servers, I will make it so that you can speak to those NPCs. You won't be able to hire them, but they will give you knowledge as if they were going down in the cathedral with other adventurers here and there, finding out information. So you'll be able to talk to them, maybe to give you hints of quests that you can't figure out, or newer quests that weren't in the original game that I may add to this module. So either way, again, thank you for watching, and share this if you can. Let's get the word out there. Alright.